butter.
Now, as Ryan, Trenton, and Sean grab your attention towards the world of sports, food, and entertainment, and away from the things that are probably more important, we apologize for nothing and anything that may be spoken, learned, or forgotten today. This is the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Hello, and welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I'm Ryan.
I'm Trenton, doing my normal stuff.
2, 1, go. Oh, he didn't. All right. I'm Sean.
Oh.
Welcome, everybody, and thanks for listening to the RTS show. As we are somewhat happy, somewhat sad for all the things that are going on. And Sloth is in the house, and he had to be a story saying that a few minutes ago, Jim Harbaugh has been announced as the new head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers, leaving the University of Michigan after their triumphant season and winning the Natty for us. I'm happy for him because he's a damn good coach, and he got us a title. But I'm sad because I want to repeat, But, guys, thoughts on Harbaugh coming to the NFL for the second time?
I unfortunately, I think we saw it coming in a way. Maybe not. But I'm happy that he went to the Chargers because the Chargers have just been not a complete waste of talent and stuff like that. But my lighting at. But yeah, where are you at, Light? But I mean, if there's anybody who can possibly go in there and do anything to fix that situation, I think that's definitely an area. Well, anyway, I think he's the guy. I think it's a good fit for him. I hate that Michigan lost him, but at the same time, like, who says they can't come back and repeat? Maybe maybe he left some people behind that know how to coach that team, or at least staff wise that can do something. Yeah, bummer though, man. Bummer for you guys. I am happy for him, and I'm happy to see him at the Chargers. I don't know if he had gone to the Manders or something, it'd been like, well, that's just kind of a waste of time. You know what I mean?
Not for you.
No, I don't know if that would have. I don't see that. I wouldn't have seen that working out. I think the Chargers are good for him.
No way. Everywhere he's gone, he's turned the program around.
True.
It's usually year 2. True. That's when his teams pop.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I mean, I'm sad for sure. Could have been another natty in the cards. But I'm happy for the guy. He's getting a chance. He's gonna show what he can do in the NFL, which he's already done before. Really, he can take a team to Super Bowl. So I don't think they'd expect anything less, and he's inheriting a really good team with the Chargers. So, at least a good quarterback, a pretty good nucleus of a team for the most part. Defense is going to need some work, but he's still got Derwin James and a couple guys on defense. They can work
Matt's
around. Still
there too.
Yeah. So some guys he can work with for sure, but I think it will take a year or two, of course, obviously for him to get maximum results out of that team. So we'll see. But it leaves a little bit of a hole at Michigan. I think he kind of set up Sherrod Moore to take over that team, and I hope it's sure him and not Brian Kelly, like I've heard some rumor circles.
Yeah,
I'm please don't be that.
Yeah, please not.
Moore deserves that job. He
6-0 as an intern.
Yeah, he did great, and he really cares about the team and interim and
interim.
He's connected with those guys up there, so I hope he gets a chance to be the guy and take over. And I know Harbaugh probably said something like, "You got to take care of these guys if I'm leaving." So I don't see I don't see them really bringing anyone flashy, just keeping it in house and going to more. But good luck to Harbaugh. We'll see what he does.
Yeah, a little work to be done. Like you
Yeah.
guys said, a lot of good players there, but they're already projected like $27 million over the cap for next year. So they're going to have to either move Mac or Mike Williams or somebody and try to free up some cap space. But at least he's going to a team that has a star quarterback, and he will get the most out of him. He gets a 5-year deal. The financials have not been released, nor has Adam Schefter texted me back. Still waiting for that. But, yeah, I think Sharon Moore should get a chance because the team played good against him. He kind of was not prepared because most suspensions, you get like a note a lot more of a time frame to prepare for it. The first 3 games, which were kind of their easy games, they knew what was going there. But then that last one, when he's on the freaking plane going to Penn State, and then get coach. So here you go, Mr. Moore, you're in charge now. But hail to the victors. We got a natty. Michigan's losing 44 seniors, but the transfer portal obviously will refurbish those holes very quickly. Well, with that, guys, there are only 3 football games left in this NFL season as the wild card round, or my bad, the divisional round is now over. Oh, look at me trying to go back, save some time. Yep. Well, the first one, let's just go in the order of the games in which they were played. The upstart Houston Texans taking on the Ravens at home. Ravens were favored by 9, easily covered. Started slow, guys. I think it was probably getting a little bit of that rust and getting some of the timing back. But after that halftime, 24 unanswered from the Ravens, and Houston did not score 1 offensive touchdown. Ravens dominated. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been a big believer in the Ravens overall as they're through the season. I think they've had some ups and downs, maybe some inconsistencies and things. Defense-wise, I mean, there's clearly they're good. But Texans are a heck of a team, and they just ran into a monster. Sounds like the Ravens had a pretty good pep talk or Lamar gave a pretty good pep talk at halftime.
Yeah.
And I think it's just something where you just saw the better team prevail. It's crazy the Texans didn't score a touchdown offensively based on everything they've done. But then again, it's not too surprising based on what the Ravens have been able to accomplish on their defense. And, I mean, hats off to the Texans. It's a heck of a run. They weren't even supposed to be there. So,
yeah.
But I think the better teams have simply prevailed, and they're going to run into a monster this weekend. So we'll see. But hats off to them, though. Good football team.
Yeah, that monster being Taylor Swift, huh? No, I'm just kidding. Boo! Anyways, yeah. I thought
comment.
the Ravens.
No comment.
Just like T said, the Ravens just at halftime, after they came out of that, just, man, dominant, showed every facet of why they're the probably the best complete team in the NFL right now. Barring like a superstar receiver or running back, they just got a great complete team. And man, Texans just ran into a buzzsaw, couldn't score a touchdown. Not sure what happened to him, man. I don't know. They just CJ Stroud, the magic ran out a little bit, but I really just think it was just the Ravens just outplayed them. And great performance by them, and it's they'll advance, and they're getting their home AFC Championship game, and we'll see when they're playing a damn good team in the Chiefs. So we'll see how that carries on. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Houston killed themselves with tons of pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, a lot.
Tons of them. So they were always behind the sticks. And then Baltimore just stuffed their run game. There was no run game, no time for Stroud to throw. I mean, Collins had a decent game, but where was anybody else? Dalton Schultz dropped that one pass on the sideline early in the first quarter, and that kind of just I don't know, deflated them because they were moving, and then that happened, and then 2 plays later they had to punt. But that's now 7 wins versus the playoff teams, and 6 of them guys are by double digits. So the Ravens are kind of following that Super Bowl formula of having blowouts in the regular season, not necessarily winning the close games. You win the close games in the playoffs. Right. But, yeah, Houston set $75 million cap space. I think they make a strong play for Saquon Barkley. They don't have that first-round pick like we've talked about, but they got C.J. Stroud, and this team is going to be pretty set for the future. All right, guys, let's go to the Bay Area where the Niners, also coming off their bye, were a lot more sluggish than the Ravens, and they barely edged out those Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. I wasn't surprised by any of it. I mean, I'm surprised that missing that field goal was tough, clearly. But I wasn't too surprised. I think that the Packers, those last few weeks, they showed something, and they went in there again with house money and confidence. And it's not that the Niners didn't prepare for any of that like that. It's just one of those games where they were playing pretty well and they were keeping up with them. And once again, I think just the more experienced and veteran team came through the victory. I mean, San Fran got pretty lucky. They got pretty lucky there. So it was a good game, though. Again, Packer people should be pretty happy, and hats off to them as well. Like, weren't supposed to be there, and you're ahead of the curve, and hopefully it's something to build on in the future. So.
Yeah, I think like T said, Packers should be happy about that. When Debo went out for the Niners, that really kind of set the tone for them. It seemed like they just don't click when Debo's not there as well, so they better pray he's there this Sunday. But
they score 3 points less a game when Debo doesn't play.
Yeah. And that may not seem like a lot, but it's a big difference.
8 and 9.
It can.
8 and 9 without him.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 points is the difference in the game this past week. So
yeah. I think Purdy did not look great in this game. He looked a little flustered. He wasn't completing his passes, and I thought he looked fairly average. He really wasn't. I don't think he's expected to be the leader, but they kind of said, look, you got to take the ball. I mean, he did when he needed to, but more or less it was McCaffrey capping off drives with big runs and being there for Purdy when he needed it, and the defense stepping up for the Niners, when they had to have it. Jordan Love threw a couple picks, and that last one was killer. It was very yeah. It was a little rough, and but I mean the Packers, man, they're young and watch out for them, man. They're the youngest team in the NFL, so I'd keep my eye out for them in the future. What they're gonna be. So we'll see what the Niners do. I mean, maybe they needed a game to get over the rust, and like a half, like the Ravens needed to get over the rust. Of being off a week. So we'll see what happens. But good game for the Niners for sure.
Yep. Jordan Love's about to get paid. They're set at freaking wide receiver.
Yeah.
And tight end. And offensive line, they're always good at the offense.
Musgrave.
Yeah, Musgrave.
What about Tucker Kraft?
Tucker Kraft, yes.
Mispronounce his name.
A cheesehead named Kraft playing for the Packers. All right.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, Purdy, you're right. He missed McCaffrey on a ton of freaking throws. It just throwing it at his feet, over his head. Yeah. So CMC should have had a bigger game. But the Niners did get lucky, and they will be waiting for those. Oh, this team, the Detroit Lions, Motown, headed to the NFC Championship since the first time since we were 12 years old, 1991. Sorry, Ryan. But they took care of your Bucks and ended your pretty good season.
Yeah, it sucked. It was hard watching it. I thought it was eerily similar to the Packers-Niners game. I thought they played competitive, and, it's kind of weird that they both ended on an interception by the quarterback, both throwing picks to kind of end the game. But yeah, man, I mean, hats off to the Lions. I mean, they played a real nice game and brought it. I think Baker proved himself, man. He probably earned his payday for sure. So, they got a lot of questions, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy for the Lions. It's cool to see them in this position for first time in a real long time. So, we'll see what they do. I know the nerves are probably kicking in for them a little bit. The Niners are pretty used to it, but it's been a while since the Lions have been here. But Goff's no stranger to it, so I'm sure he'll take the team on his back and help him through it. And they got the talent, man. I'm telling you, they got the talent to beat the Niners for sure. It's not going to be a cakewalk at all. It's going to be a very, very close competitive game. So we'll get into that later, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Goff was just solid. He made good throws, good timely throws. If Baker had just thrown that ball to the left, you had another guy that was there that was open. Godwin. It was Godwin.
Yeah, it was Godwin.
So, yeah, and he missed him. But, yeah, hats off to him. So how much do you think he gets, and how long of a deal?
I've heard a couple things. I could see just a 2-year deal worth about $55 million, maybe $27 a year, somewhere around there. I've heard a 4-year deal worth about $100 million, $102 million, pay him about $25 million a year. So we'll see. I think that's about the range of it, $25 to $27 million a year. So a lot better than the $4 million he made this year.
Yeah. So that's the plan is for the Bucks to keep him or try to re-sign him. Is that right?
I mean, I think that's what they want to do. They have a lot of cap space too. They have about $77 million, I believe, close to that 76.8, somewhere around there. So, I mean, they're gonna lose some guys, obviously, but I think Baker, Mike Evans, and Winfield are priority guys. They got to re-sign.
Yeah,
continuity. Got to keep that. Sure. So.
Yeah. Baker should take that deal. I think he made like 2.8 in incentives, contract incentives.
Yeah, he did. He did.
So
where he got the wins and the playoff win, and his stats. So
still a nice chuck and change, and he lives in the state of Florida where there's no state tax, so he'll get a nice tax return. Yeah. I mean, the Lions. It was that second half, something like Dan Campbell bit all kneecaps or something. Maybe bit his own to motivate the team, but they came out and it was dominance. And Jahmyr Gibbs, that kid, man, watch out. Next year, that kid's a superstar already. Yeah. But I like the 1-2 punch of him and Montgomery. But
for sure,
the most important game, I guess, guys, the Chiefs head to Buffalo as Patrick Mahomes on his first playoff road game defeat the Bills 27-24.
I did want to hear T recap the Bucks-Lions game a little bit.
I did skip that. My bad. Let's go. Rewind. Let me throw my fishing wire. Okay.
Well, you did say something about kneecaps, and instantly my legs started hurting. So
yeah,
See, that threw
don't
me
mention
off.
kneecaps to T.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, not fun. It's the Lions got some magic in them. I think the Bucks played well. I think they were in the game. I think there were a few throws that could have throws to plays that could have happened to maybe like propelled them a little bit more.
Sure.
So it wasn't like the Bucks didn't show up or anything like that. They just ran to a different, like we've said, a monster in a way. And I'm happy for the Lions. I'm happy for. I mean, it's good to see Baker smiling after a loss. That's pretty crazy because I think he realized that it's like he's pretty proud of himself and he should be.
Yeah.
But I really hope the Bucks re-sign Mike Evans. I don't want to see him in another uniform. And,
I agree.
But at the same time, hats off to the Lions. This is great. It's good for football. It's good for people who have watched over the years and stuff like that. And it's utter disappointment. And I do agree, though. I think they can beat the Niners, but they're gonna have to play. I mean, I wouldn't say perfect football, but any mistake they make is going to cost them, especially being on the road. But they can do it, though. I know they can do it.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody good? My bad. I did not mean to do that.
No,
Thanks
you're all
for the
good.
save, Ryan.
You're good.
All right. Let's go back to Buffalo. I guess my eyes and brain are still mesmerized by Jason Kelsey's fantastic dancing.
Quite the chest hair. That thing's groomed well.
His mane.
Very.
Well, guys, Chiefs win, Bills lose. What do you think?
I don't know. Like, I'm not a Bills fan, but like, I mean, it hurts. It hurts to see that. Like, they get so close, and the Chiefs have their number. And I mean, you hate to say it, but like, there's a window of opportunity to go and try to get a Super Bowl. At least give it an opportunity to get in there. And the AFC's tough, and now you're adding Harbaugh to the mix for next season.
Yeah.
The Bengals are going to be a lot healthier. Well, they're going to they'll be healthy to start. The Browns again, like it's so you start thinking of those teams, and the Bills will be in the mix again. But are they going to be able to? I mean, they're going to have to do something. You know what I mean? They're going to have to. I think they need. Like, I don't think Gabe Davis is coming back. Ryan believes that Diggs isn't coming back, which I'm definitely not.
Where was he?
Against that? I mean, he has some drops, some big drops. It's. I guess you put it on the players to a certain point. I don't know if you can put it on the coaches, but I mean, Allen did his thing. He just didn't have any other help, and the defense didn't step up at times, I think, when they needed. And again, you ran to the Chiefs, defending champs. Like, was it Mahomes' sixth straight AFC Championship game or something?
Yep.
So he's
Every year.
Every year he started, he's played in the AFC Championship.
He's never not working. He's never not in the AFC Championship game. That's pretty crazy. But hard. I mean, just overall as a fan, I think of sports, and you just see this go on. It's like, dang, I don't feel that way about the Cowboys so much, but it's the same thing. It's like it's got to be, it's got to tear you up, man. If you're rooting for something,
So tell me this: y'all think McCarthy and Dak should be gone? So should McDermott and Allen be gone? Just saying. But we don't hold the Bills up to the level of the Cowboys, right? I mean, I'm just saying we don't, right? Oh, because Allen was so awesome, so can't blame it on him. But he can't win. He can't get to the championship game. That's the constant. He doesn't get to that game.
He's 5-5 in the playoffs. 0-3 against Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
it's time to move on from him.
Yeah, but
what do you go?
Look at the competition like that. Allen has to go through compared to Dak. Dak's had an easier road, and you cannot put this on Josh. Yes, he turns the ball over, but what else? Who else in this league can do what he does?
Yeah, based on that game alone, I don't know if you can put the blame on him. I don't know that. But
well, again, he got lucky on the fumble.
He did. Who lost the Cowboys game?
The defense.
Dak. And the
defense. See what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. I know y'all are gonna say, "Oh, Ryan's defending his favorite team, the Cowboys," but I'm really not. I promise. I'm just saying. Like, I just think Allen is so put on a pedestal for everybody. Like everybody says, this guy's the greatest. He's awesome. He's a one-man show. But he can't win games.
Okay,
I'm saying everybody else does.
Okay, so Allen or Baker's on the free agent market for the Bucks.
Oh, Josh Allen for sure.
Okay,
I don't deny the talent at all. I don't deny it. I'm just saying, can he win? Cowboys win 12 games every year. You want to fire Mike McCarthy? What if the Giants won 12 games every year? Would you fire their coach? If the Manders won 12 games every year, would you fire that coach? Or would you be like, no, we're going to get through it?
I mean, again, like my thought process or the way I think is clearly not what others think. And so, I mean, if you're having success and you're at least getting to the playoffs or you're having a chance to me, that's good. That's fine. Sure. But this bar that's been set for every NFL team to go win the Super Bowl every single year, it's like who's going to come out? Who's going to come out and just be like, hey, man, we're going to give it our best, and we're going to start building and go from there. So that's how I feel.
Sure.
But I mean, it's if you get rid of Allen, who are you going to come in there to replace him?
Yeah.
Who's better? Like
I mean, I obviously wouldn't. I'm just saying the same standard should be held to him
Joshua Dobbs for a couple weeks. He's the rental quarterback.
Right. But for the game, I don't think Josh Allen lost the game. I thought he made some key plays that weren't that great. I thought Diggs did not step up. Yeah, he had to. But, there were a couple times I remember, I think it was a 3rd and 9, and he went for the end zone, or 2nd and 9, and he went for the end zone, and he had Diggs open over the middle, wide open.
That's fair.
He just doesn't trust him anymore either, and I was like, just get the first down.
He trusted him late, and when he threw that frozen rope down the field in
that was a
in
perfect
those conditions,
yeah.
You can't blame Allen for that.
Oh no, yeah, that's Diggs. That's all on Diggs.
He catches that, Bills win the game.
True,
guarantee it.
True, and I saw something on Diggs that I think his last 10 games, including the playoffs, he averaged like 4 catches and 48 yards a game. That's it.
Ever since they changed that offensive coordinator or whatever it was, he hasn't really been a part of it. Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough. Again, you have all these analysts and experts breaking it down, and then we have our opinions on it and stuff. I think it's just, I mean, what do you do? Like, I mean, if even if he had gone out there and had a crap game, it's just kind of like, well, all right. Like, what do you do? Like, are any of these rookies that are coming in gonna make a difference or be better? I don't think so. Like
Caleb Williams, right?
I think he needs more. It's not that he needs more weapons, but I think like he just needs some consistency in areas. And so I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough for him.
He's going to need something though, losing Diggs and Davis, so for sure. So
I could see a T. Higgins venturing up to Buffalo. Yeah. I think that's a good. And Kincaid is fabulous. That kid is really good.
Yeah, they got.
The Chiefs won. The Chiefs won this game because they had 8 plays of 20 or more yards, and the Bills had 0.
Yeah.
So. It was like, I think 2 passes completed over 5 yards and 12 passes completed at or behind the line of scrimmage. So
and the Bills won had the possession. They had time of possession too. They had the ball for 2/3 of the game,
and pretty much still had the same amount of yardage as the Chiefs did. So I mean, I mean, you feel bad for Tyler Bass. You know, he did miss
Yeah,
a
it sucks.
44-yard field goal, which was the same
Badly.
distance that Scott Norwood missed wide right against the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
So
Yeah.
should McDermott be fired or no?
I think they should be. I think they should look at some changes. I don't know if it's necessarily him, but I mean, there should be discussion. I mean, why not? I mean, everyone else is Super Bowl or bust. So if you don't get there, I mean, why not bring it up?
Well, this team's been good for a long time, so they should at least be in the AFC Championship or bust, right? They should at least be there.
They
so,
should be there.
You know,
yeah.
6 years and it hasn't been done yet, so I don't know.
We talked about this.
You know, go ahead, T.
I was just saying we talked about it in the beginning before anything even happened this year, and we talked about all these teams.
The
Bills. You know, somebody's going to be left out, right? And I mean, I don't know. But AFC is tough. I mean, you look at it, it's like even the teams that didn't make the playoffs, it's like they almost. I mean, 1 or 2 wins away from having winning records, which is almost the entire conference. So.
Yeah, the whole AFC North each team had a winning record.
True.
So,
I mean, it's tough competition over there, man. So.
I don't know what you do. I think it's time to move on from McDermott. So I hope it's like a mutual parting. But the guy's done a really good job. But I heard someone say on TV the other day, I can't remember who, but they said that McDermott is this generation's John Fox.
Yeah.
They couldn't, reach total
big one.
fulfillment. Right.
Did he not win one with Denver and Peyton?
Yeah, but for a while, you're right. Yeah, he did get one.
He did win
eventually.
One.
So, I mean, Peyton didn't win his, first Super Bowl till he was 30. So, and at this point, Peyton was 3-6, I think, in the playoffs in his career compared to Allen. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, he doesn't have the playoff success everybody thinks that he should have, but he keeps running into the GOAT. So, I mean,
that's the thing.
It's just like Patrick Mahomes, 13-3 in the playoffs, 0-2 against Brady, the GOAT, and only one loss in overtime to Burrow. So, see, it's just elite quarterback after elite quarterback, and the AFC is tough. Aaron Rodgers is still stupid for coming over to the AFC.
Yeah, you throw that in there for next year too. Like it's a juggernaut.
The Jets, maybe.
Yeah.
Something. I mean, you never know.
I don't know. I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. But how many new teams make the playoffs every year?
We didn't see the Texans coming.
Okay, so right now, would you take Lamar or Josh Allen?
Lamar.
Yeah.
I'd go Josh Allen.
I mean,
Josh Allen.
Similar playoff record.
It's a tough call. I mean, a part of it, depending on I guess maybe the system, or if you're just talking about just overall, like, whatever. I don't know. It's a coin flip. Like, they're both really good. They're both playing pretty good ball, and I think a lot of it has to do with the coaching and the schemes and stuff like that. Like I've said before.
Sure. John Harbaugh's a better coach than Sean McDermott.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Absolutely. But I would totally be in on Allen because check this out. Over the last 4 seasons, right? Josh Allen leads the league in total touchdowns. That is 73 more touchdowns than Lamar Jackson has in that span. And if you throw in the playoffs, Allen has 9 total touchdowns.
Oh, so you're counting the rushing and pass. Too.
Yeah. Well, because that's Lamar's forte too. Sure, but if you count their playoff stats in that 4-year span, he has 94 more touchdowns than Lamar. Lamar is fantastic, but Josh Allen doesn't miss any games. Like, this dude is rock solid, and he runs just like Lamar, but he's trying to run you over. He's
Bigger
trying to
dude.
go through
Bigger
you.
guy.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. I think it's just about the schemes and things like that. And so I think Lamar is a little more fragile than, say, Allen is as far as that aspect, but can't put it all on the quarterback to win games, man. Like, it has to be a complete team effort. So
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, with that, let's go to these conference picks. The conference championship is upon us. Last week, Ryan and I went 3-1. T, you went 2-2. So the playoff overall standings, Ryan and me are at 7-3, and T is one game behind at 6-4. So let's see if we can make that up this week. As first up, guys, we will go to the Sunday 3 o'clock game. The Ravens, the 1 seed, hosting their first AFC championship, correct? Since they came back, or since when?
Did they say since 2001?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Something like
when
that.
Jerry
Okay.
Lewis,
I know it's been a while. I'm
second
not too
year,
sure.
yeah. 01.
Yeah. Yep. But they get to host the defending champs who just seem to not want to go away. Ravens open up as 3.5-point favorites. Weather for this game, 44 degrees, 50% chance of rain. Gusts up to 20 miles an hour.
It's a tough call, I think. I mean, these are two good teams going against each other. I don't think the weather's going to come into play at all. They both shown that, especially for the last couple of weeks. I'm going to take the Chiefs, though. Again, I don't know. There's not a lot of explanation to and why, but defending champs, they've been here before. Until someone comes and knocks them off, how do you not? I think this is the Ravens' best opportunity to do so. And this isn't hating on the Ravens or anything like that. I'm simply just gonna go with what I feel, and yeah, if they get it done, I think it's going to be a 23-21 game, and a lot of running the football. I'm sure. Both defenses are really solid. If you talk about rain and things like that, that could definitely come into play as far as grip of the ball, and yeah, I think part of it too, just that way we can piss on the script. So yeah, go Chiefs.
Well, there is another script that says it's Chiefs and Lions. So
I'm sure there is. Like, why is it? I mean,
they've got to have like 50,000 of them written, right?
Yeah. That way, if one doesn't work out, bust that other goal in.
Who the hell? Oh. What the hell? Oh, okay. Groot's back.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So
I do agree with everything that T said. I think Chiefs defending champs, someone's got to knock them off, but I do think the Ravens knock them off this year. I like them at home, man. The way they've been playing this complete game on every facet of the ball. They've controlled the clock. They've possessed the ball. Lamar's playing at such a high level right now. I just feel like this is their year. Something is just clicking for them, and man, I think it's their year. It's going to be a real close competitive game. T said a lot of running. They're going to be running the hell out of the ball, but it's going to come down to the quarterbacks at some point. It is with these two greats. Give me the Ravens 27-24. Just like Tucker winning the game for him in the end.
all right. I'm on the Ravens. I like them at a 21-18. Yeah. 21-18 score. I think the defenses are going to dictate a lot of this game. And I think it's the first mistake that happens. And I just got to think that Kansas City's time is just run out. I mean, they've played a ton of football, probably the most games over, the span of Patrick Mahomes' career. So you got to think maybe all those commercials that they made in the offseason and all these extra games have finally caught up to him, and the outside life that we know has come about. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good, close game. Tony Romo will be in heaven rooting for Patrick Mahomes. You know, he just loves, since Allen's out, his other guy. This could be a low scoring or it could be a high scoring. So, but I think it'll be under. But I do like Tucker. I'm with Ryan on the game-winning field goal. Or maybe the Chiefs miss a field goal wide left to make up for Buffalo and get them a little moral victory. But we shall see. And let's go to the NFC Championship game where the Lions, Motown, traveling to the Bay Area to check on those 49ers who open up as a 7-point favorite. Weather, 71 degrees and no rain.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think the Lions can do it. I'm going to stick with it. I've stuck with them all year. And I think they can go in there and get the job done and win the game. 28-24, I'm sorry. The Niners should win this game. This should be one of those things where it's like, oh, yeah, this shouldn't be close, and they should cover that spread, quite easily. But I don't know. I'm just gonna go with what I'm feeling and see what happens. See if this underdog can come through. So they should. Again, the Niners should take care of business because they are maybe the more experienced team. But I think, much like you said about the other game, like a turnover, I can make the difference. Maybe even like two of them, kind of thing. So if Goff can prevent that from happening, they have a really good shot. If he doesn't, or any other players decide to have a turnover there, that could cost them a lot. Yeah, give me them Lions. Kneecaps all day, right?
Yep, you got to go with the kneecaps for sure. No, I can't believe the line is this high for this game. I mean, I get it; it's the Lions' first time here, but golly, it's high. Like, I think everyone in Vegas is going to be taking the under on this. But man, I like the Lions too, man. I'm going to roll with them. I think it's going to be a really nice game too, man. I do. I think Goff leads them down in the game-winning drive, and they win 30-28. So, I think it's going to be a little more high-scoring. I know the Lions' defense hasn't been as well. They stepped up when they needed to. Same with the Niners, though. They've kind of been a little vulnerable too. But yeah, something just tells me, man, Lions are gonna win this game.
Yeah.
I stand alone as I am on the Niners. Well, they were my preseason Super Bowl pick. I had them against the Bengals.
Sticking to the script.
Yeah, my script that I am not getting paid jack squat for. So,
you should have submitted
obviously,
it.
I could help you out, NFL. Let me know. But no, I think I love the story of Detroit, and I'm okay with either team winning this game.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree.
I think Debo playing or not playing will be a big factor, like we talked about. They average 3 points less when he's not on the field, and they're just not the same. Kind of basic, with Kittle, Ayuk, and Christian, but you can only feed the ball to McCaffrey, because the Lions have good team speed. But I think Purdy will be in nice weather, so his little hands will be able to hold on to the football this week and make some better throws. But I like Kittle to have a big game. And I think the Niners win 28-27 because the Lions will score late to try to tie it up. And I think Dan Campbell goes for 2 because he does not want to go into overtime. So we'll see if that happens.
He pulls another Cowboys game, huh?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm rooting for him. I can't go I'm happy for Jared Goff, Hutchinson. That's just a fun team to root for, them and the Packers. Like, you got to think the Bears are going to get better. The Vikings are good until Cousins got hurt. So that division, watch out for them next year for the playoffs.
I agree.
Well, with that, Ryan, I didn't read that story that you sent about the plane that was turned around from the excessive farting. What was going on with that? Why don't you enlighten
It was
the crowd?
It was some American Airlines flight, I believe, from Phoenix to Austin, and this guy had like
Heading
excessive
your way, T.
farts. I know he was heading to Austin. So I thought it was T on the flight. But yeah, he.
In Phoenix.
You were getting your knee looked at by a specialist.
Yeah.
But
Great.
but yeah, yeah, this guy was just farting like overwhelmingly, like it was stinking up the entire plane. It was very bad gas, and they literally had to stop the plane. They literally had to turn around. It was so bad. They had to. His gas was so bad. It's crazy. I was like people were saying they couldn't breathe, and it was just causing a huge uproar. And so,
is that the reason
the mask fall down?
The mask fall down.
Yeah, I'm sure, probably right.
Cover the children first.
No, I was like, damn. Like I've had gas before, but damn, whew.
I mean, are we sure it was excessive busting ass, or
that's what the story said?
Was it maybe a major dump in the small bathroom, and somehow the door was left cracked open?
No, they said it was this guy farting. Everyone pointed him out, and he owned up to it, I believe, too. So he's like, "Yeah, I did it.
I do it again."
You're gonna blow that emergency door off that plane like that other one, man. So
I was like, the pressure. Can you imagine?
That's what I was thinking. Just all that pressurized air. I guess maybe it magnified it a little bit.
Well, that's what they say when you're on a plane too. That when you fart, it spreads pretty bad. So remember that next time you're on a flight.
That's good.
Well, in September, hopefully that does not happen. But
don't fart on the plane.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Walmart,
just crazy.
Walmart farts and U.S. or in United farts. So this is great.
That's funny.
Farts are coming back.
It's funny.
Oh man. Okay, so after this weekend, either one of y'all watch anything from the Pro Bowl weekend?
I really don't. It's kind of I mean, I may check in on it, but it's not anything I'm gonna seek out to watch or anything.
Yeah, same.
So
it's like it'll be background noise if anything. Just have on. I mean, I'll
maybe the skills competition.
It seemed like that last year. That was fun. I'd watch that again. I mean, the flag football thing is fun too. There's not a lot of there's no emotion to it. There's no caring. It's just something to have bright lights.
Play it in the middle of the season, and the winner gets home field advantage.
In the Super Bowl at a neutral site?
No, the Super Bowl at their home field.
Yeah, no, I'm not about that.
We got to play it in Buffalo and snow. We play it in Buffalo and snow.
Ooh,
I'm fine with that.
Crazy.
But
I think that'd be interesting.
If you want to make people care about it, give teams 2 bye weeks. You give everyone the same bye week. You have a week of the Pro Bowl and a bye week for every team, same week. There you go.
Just take a week off. The league.
Yeah, they'll have 2 weeks off because one week will be the Pro Bowl, the other week will be the bye week. Every team takes the same bye week. There you go. Because I feel the bye weeks are so unfair. You have teams that have to take it in week 4, and the teams that don't get it till week 14. That's a 10-week difference. It's not right.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear him. It's hard to invest. Even like for MLB with the All-Star game and like once one side wins, it's a home field advantage. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes it where it's more. It has some kind of meaning to it, but yeah, I don't know.
And each owner puts $1 million into the game, and the winning team gets to split that $32 million. It ain't much, but something.
So the richer get richer.
Well, the players want to get paid for it regardless. So you think they're doing the flag football next week after this weekend for free?
I know they're not
for it. So
they're not, but so
yeah, that would average out about 600,000 a player if they did that million a piece. So not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
And the NFL matches that. There you go. To give each player $1 million.
Yeah,
NFL's rolling in the dough, man. It's $1 billion business.
Oh, they make like 12, 13 billion a year. So they're the number one rated show on 5 networks. So I mean,
exactly. Right. Oh, and Peacock got how many subscribers did they say? Was I reading 3 million subscribers from that Dolphins Chiefs game? Peacock got 3 million people to subscribe. Oh, I'm sure a lot, but hell, the numbers look good for them for at least this quarter. So
probably some people forgot to.
I'm sure.
And they'll get charged next month.
Right.
All right. Well, everybody enjoy.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Ryan,
you
I
kidding
had
me?
a question for you.
Yes.
Wait, who are they playing? Oh, wait, just kidding.
Nobody.
That's right. Nobody. So tell everybody where they can find us, Ryan.
You can find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. Please listen to us. Download our show. Search our page on Facebook, Instagram. Comment on our pictures. Comment on the content we share. We want to hear from you, please.
This is all true.
Totally agree. We will be back.
Had to get one more in there.
I actually was going to do that after our theme music played, since you beat me to it. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time as we preview the Super Bowl. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.